Hello, I'm the Eternal Newbie. The extra L is for lights. As in lights out. As in, all of a sudden, I'm rolling lights out. It's amazing. I can't miss. I must have rolled like 5 crits in one battle. There is one tiny problem though. I have a perfectly good reason not to be happy now. You see, I was DMing for the family. You know, the people who have only been playing for about 4 sessions now. The people that if I kill, I'll never hear the end of it. So yeah, that's when I start to roll 20s like I'm going out of business. Speaking of business, let's get that over with. If you enjoy this video, check out my others. I've got a bunch of them. Likes, subscribes, and comments are always very welcome. Oh, and I've got a Discord server up now. A cool place to hang out and chat, or maybe even find a game. Check it out if you'd like. Link is down there in the video description. They were going through Wave Echo Cave, the last chapter of the Lost Mines module. They'd already run into an ochre jelly and handled it easily when they came upon some bugbears. 5 bugbears to be exact. I figured this would be no problem for them.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
After all, they do have Super Rogue, the player who rolled really well on his stats and hits pretty much every single time. Not to mention, as an arcane trickster, he has an owl familiar that will always give him an advantage. However, I didn't count on one factor. You see, the players are my sister, brother-in-law, niece, and nephew. Today I learned the newbie curse is a family curse. The brother-in-law is fine. He's only a newbie by marriage. The kids are also fine, being only half newbies. The sister, well, she's a newbie and has that newbie luck. She can't hit a bugbear to save her life. She is also the only one who has a magic weapon and still cannot hit. She misses like 5 rounds in a row. Gotta love that newbie luck. I tell her it could be worse. Why, just last week my barbarian missed like 9 out of 12 times. And he was recklessing. What is it with us? Are we actually cursed? I decided to investigate this. After extensive research and combing through many family histories, I found nothing, so I made the story up. Once upon a time, many years ago, my ancestor, a young, good-looking, smart, charismatic, very good-looking guy, was walking through the woods when he happened upon an old lady in need of help.
Please, sir, help me get my cat out of this tree.
Begone, hag! I have no time for the likes of you. Being young, good-looking, and smart takes up all my time.
But please, it will just take a moment.
I can't be seen talking to you. What would the neighbors think? Now, blimp yourself out of my way, Goodyear.
Very well, but you'll regret this. From now on, you and all your descendants will be dumb, ugly, whiny, smelly, stupid, unibrow-having losers with an undeserved sense of entitlement. Oh, and they'll be bad at games too.
Ha! Whatever, crone. If curses were real, Jersey Shore would still be on. Luckily, the only one that stuck was the bad at games. It's basically 3 players against 5 bugbears. The only time the paladin gets a hit in is when the rogue uses the help action for her. You might be wondering why he didn't just have his familiar helper. Well, one of the smarter bugbears noticed it flying in and helping the rogue and held his action to attack when he saw it, killing it. So, the rogue decides to forego his attack and use the help action to give the paladin advantage. He's a good kid. Anyway, the bugbears are giving them lots of trouble. Like, I have to hold up from killing them. They do manage to eke out a victory though. At this point, I realize I'm not quite as good at predicting the outcomes of battles as I thought I was. Nostradamus, I am not. Fights I think that are going to be tough are easy and vice versa. For example, the last fight is supposed to be against 2 bugbears, 4 giant spiders, and the big bad. After seeing how hard the original bugbear fight was, I take out 2 of the spiders and a bugbear. The party didn't even break a sweat. I guess I'm just going to have to get better at battles. Who knew how hard it was to balance them? Another battle against a wraith that I thought would be hard was a cakewalk. They barely took any damage. Then we had the Flame Skull. Oh man, that Flame Skull. They went into a room with 4 zombies and said Flame Skull. The zombies were negligible. All they really did was soak up some damage. But the Flame Skull. Oh. Fresh off crushing a spectator and having their way with the Wraith, they ran into this guy. I figured they'd walk right through this battle. I figured wrong.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
The Flame Skull hit them with a fireball. And when I rolled damage, I rolled 38 freaking points. I never roll that good. My fireballs usually sputter out in the mid-20s, but not this time. Luckily for them, most of them save. Not the Paladin, of course, because of Newbie luck, but she's a Dragonborn with fire resistance. After a few more rounds, the zombies are mostly down, but so are the party members. They had been focusing on killing the zombies and hadn't touched the skull. I could totally finish them off. 3 of them had hit points in the single digits. The Flame Skull could probably have taken 2 of them down with 1 magic missile. I didn't want to do that. The skull was shooting fire rays and hitting every time. In theory, it was hitting every time. In actuality, I had a decision to make, and it's not an easy one. On one hand, I can take the rolls and kill them all. On the other hand, I can fudge. It felt wrong though, like I was insulting the dice gods. I sat there arguing with myself.
You can't ignore a natural 20.
If you kill them, they may not want to play anymore. Then who will you use for your experiments?
Nat 20. Nat 20. Nat 20.
Plan for the future.
You don't want to anger the dice gods. If you do, you may never crit again.
Get them hooked, then you can mess with them all you want.
I follow the angel's advice and ignore the crits. The players start looking at me weird after that. I don't know why. Then, the last zombie crits on the rogue, and I wasn't going to take that one either. But, I remembered I was at disadvantage because of Vicious Mockery, so I rolled again. Yes, I rolled a natural 20 on disadvantage. That's like insane.
You have to take it.
You have to take it.
They both made convincing arguments. I take it. Luckily, it's just a zombie, so the rogue lives, though barely. Now the entire party is one good hit away from going down. Guess what the skull rolls for his next fire ray? Yep, another natural 20. That's 4 in this battle alone, including the disadvantaged one. Are you kidding me? I can't take this one. It would down any of them, and the way I'm rolling tonight, it might outright kill them. They finally end up winning, but not from lack of trying. I roll, and roll, and roll, and I say miss, miss, miss. A little dagger goes through my heart with each miss. I have never in my life rolled like this. I did learn something from this game, however. Encounters are hard. Who would have thunk it? That was my night of good luck. How about you? Have you ever had a night where you were just rolling lights out? How did it go? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, play your character. Don't let your character play you.